It's upgrade time. Hello and welcome to this week's video. Been a bit of a break while I've been off gallivanting around Italy in a coach with 54 students. Great time had. Weather wasn't fantastic, but young people get a very bad press. I had a fantastic time. Right, yeah, it is upgrade time. I have bought a new fingernail profiling arm for my Sorby ProEdge, which I'll be giving a bit more detail about in the video. It's one of the few things I did buy at Makers Central, which seems ages ago now. Well, it's only a little over a month ago, but time flies when you're having fun and not getting in your shed and doing as much turning as you'd like, as I'd like. Right, yeah, a little bit more then about this Sorby profiling arm. This is what used to come with the jig, and I have had a problem with this bit here which sits on the flute. My half-inch bowl gouge sometimes gets caught in that and is canted. I sharpened it once and then looked at it and thought, what on earth? All right, I should have been wearing my glasses. But this gets rid of that problem by replacing this circular, I don't know what you call it, press. You can just pop it out. So you can see it's round, it gets stuck in the grooves. It's been replaced with this. Now this is the one that Sorby make themselves. It has an arm that would put even pressure on both sides of the flute, regardless of the width of it. Now it's not inexpensive, but if you're at a Sorby show, you can get a reduced price. I was lucky enough to get it at the show price, a reduced show price, at Makers Central, and it's a very nice upgrade to what is a very nice sharpening system. I keep looking that way because that's where I have it in my workshop. So if you have that little annoyance with this jig, then get this one. After all, you can't take money with you into the next place. Right, enough doom and gloom. I'm going to get on with today's project. Before I get on with that though, a big thank you to Maggie Billiet, who gave me this lovely pen that she'd made at Makers Central. Lovely colourful mixture of different HDPE plastics, I think. Milk bottle things, that kind of thing, that have been melted down and turned into blanks and turned into pens. Very nice. Thank you very much, Maggie. I will get on with some turning now, probably. And here is this week's project. Now, I coloured this at the Makers Central demo, where I was in a rather dimly lit space, and straight on it looks fantastic. When you come down at an angle like this, there are two quite distinct sanding lines that run around that, which is a real shame because I really quite like these colours. Anyway, it's got to come off. Now, I have to say, I am having a few qualms about colouring this one because it has actually got some lovely, lovely figure in it. But you've seen how easy it is to get rid of it. So I'm going to go ahead and try something new. So we could end up, I could end up with a bit of egg on my face if it all goes wrong. Metaphorically speaking, I hope. I went a bit mad in the art shop. You might not approve of the colour choice, but it's just showing a principle, or a complete and utter mess. When spraying, respirator. Is it more fun watching me drink a cup of tea or watching the paint dry on my platter? Two biscuits today. Now the idea was to try to get, nearly got it in a couple of places, a bit of shadow going on, but it's far too clumsy and clunky, and there's too, I don't know, I think there's too much contrast between the dark colour at the back and this, so it needs a little bit more work. Hip hip hooray! Right, this is the fun thing of doing things for the first time on camera in front of everybody. You can see I've had fun playing. Look at my hands. Now it hasn't worked out in the way I was imagining it to, so the colour combination I really liked was with the last two. I'm thinking of just doing that over the top. Perhaps some of the other colours will come through, but at the moment it is far too busy. And even I can see that. Maybe one colour too many.
Use a couple of those red onions you've got on top of the pizza, maybe.
Oh, yes, please.
Cool.
It's not
I
what
like
I had
it.
in mind, but
No?
I saw those colours. I quite like them together.
It looks like autumn leaves to me.
Oh yeah.
I like it, it's cool.
I think I should stop.
Yeah, maybe. I like it like that. It's when you imagine it, it's like I love it even more once you put the gloss on.
Yeah.
I can imagine the gloss will perk it up. It's cool. Oh, that smells good.
No, it doesn't. You should have a respirator on.
Oh.
Off for another cup of tea and let it dry. back to wood and flat, completely across this time. I'm going to come back tomorrow. Bit of sanding sealer, last thing to do tonight. And all my playing around today, I hope, has given me some ideas to sleep on and come up with something I'm happy with tomorrow. So, just a coat of sanding sealer, and then I'm going indoors to watch Sneaky Pete. Great series I've just discovered. Hours and hours of watching to go. Good night. So here we are. It's the day after the night before. Sanding sealer's dried. I've just cut it back lightly, and hopefully this will be the final finished piece that I make today. But editing is a great tool to have in the world of video making. Wow. Now, I haven't put any lacquer on. I think it would look better with a very shiny surface. I've just put a bit of wax on to give it a little bit of a sheen. But the grain in here is cracking. There's a split here, there's a split up here. Feels like another one going here. There was a little tiny hole which suggested some kind of problem underneath the surface. But I'm going to put up some still images as always. This is by no means the only thing you can do with that technique of putting on multiple layers of paint and pulling it off with newspaper. It was fun to do. I've spent almost the whole weekend doing it, and the eagle-eyed of you may have noticed that in that last little compilation of shots, the newspaper pulling off the paint was pulling off a completely different layer of paint from the one that you saw me put on. I told you the ability to edit in video making was a bonus, a good thing. And in this case it certainly was. Otherwise you'd have had about another 50 minutes of me faffing around. Right, before I go, just a reminder that it's only a couple of months, well less than a couple of months now, to Chestnut's Woodturning Weekender. Links below. I hope to see lots of you there. But after a bit of a break, I hope there's been something in this video that's been of interest. Maybe. Thanks for watching. Hello and welcome to the video after a bit of a hello. Oh hello. I'm Stupid Farquhar. Right.